As you're walking through BrewErie at Union Station, you get to see a glimpse into the past.
During the time that everything was starting to fall apart for the Union Station, there ended up being dozens of documented deaths both inside and outside the station. Many employees throughout the years that have worked in this building have reported hearing footsteps on the staircase, have reportedly seen a little girl on the staircase, have heard child voices, have heard giggling. Hey Claire, if you're here, how old are you? 12.
There's a beeping noise.
Dude, there's a beeping noise. The motion sensor.
Yeah.
We get to the alarm and it has been set. Like something went through this, made it go off.
We're the police. Who needs help? So we've done a lot of these Estes sessions before, and I can tell you that none of them are anything like what's about to happen.
What happens next is a permanent blemish on my permanent record.
God! like a really disgusted voice. God!
And one thing led to the other. And next thing I know, my friend's giving a handy to a ghost.
You just touched the ghost dead.
There's been very few locations that have made my fat self run across a building to see what's going on. Another thing that's going to stick with me is what happened on those stairs.
As far as locations go, this one is probably the biggest surprise that we've had. I had a blast being here, and I can't wait to finish the story.
My name is Scott McCafferty, and I'm a mental health professional by day and a paranormal investigator by night. Over the past 11 years, I've been learning to take the skill set of helping others and apply it to my ongoing investigations into the paranormal. With my buddy Rex and an assortment of friends and family, I am on a mission to contact the echoes of history and potentially solve the mysteries they left behind.
So, BrewErie is actually a really kind of a cool location. I was actually doom scrolling on Facebook one day and I'd seen an ad for one of their haunted tours, so I decided to give them a call. I spoke with the manager and she was sweet enough to let us come out and explore.
Hey guys, my name's Tom. I'm the new guy on the group here. I got brought into this fold because I lived with Rex for a long while, became pretty close friends, and he didn't tell me this whole time. I slept in a haunted room for a year and a half, and that's about the extent of my my ghost adventures.
My name is Scott McCafferty, and I have been ghost hunting long enough now that my ghost hunting experience could probably legally buy alcohol. One of the challenges that we had when we came to the brewery to do our documentary is, unfortunately, we couldn't get any staff to agree to sit down and do an interview. So we're going to try to piece together the bits of history that we do have based on research that we did outside of our investigation.
So the restaurant was actually opened in 2006, and from that point forward it was a restaurant and brewery, offering exquisite in-house made beer as well as fun functions they would have for the community. That way they could give back to a location that has given so much back to them.
The train station was dedicated and opened to the public on December 3rd, 1927. It was built to replace the old train depot that originally stood in the spot from 1865 to 1925.
As you're walking through BrewErie at Union Station, you get to see a glimpse into the past, looking at the old barber shop, as well as where they had the soda fountains, and you can see the more modern stuff, like where they brew their beer. Another thing that stuck out to me in the history was the fact that multiple train stations and train companies were actually kind of fighting and vying for control of this place. So you got to think back in the early 1920s, as well as even before then, train transport was one of the most important parts of the USA's infrastructure.
So unfortunately, over time, when you got to about the 1950s, 1960s, there were a lot more national highways and interstates, and air travel was becoming a lot more popular. So the downside to all of that progress meant that people were not riding the train as much, and the train station started to have a massive decrease in population and ticket sales over time. So as fewer and fewer travelers were coming through this train station, eventually a lot more of the homeless population and disenfranchised populations would come and stay here and live here, and the owners of the building, because it wasn't turning a profit, put less and less money into maintaining the building as it was. And this continued up until about 2003, when the building was finally abandoned and sold to a new developer. During the time that everything was starting to fall apart for the Union Station, there ended up being dozens of documented deaths both inside and outside the station. What's frustrating about this next part is we're going to talk a little bit about the haunting history of the building and the experiences that are reported to happen here, but without being able to have the staff come on here and tell you themselves, we're going to do our best to try to summarize some of what they told us occurs in this building.
One of the parts of the hauntings that kind of stood out to me is up in the conference room. It's said that they'll see shadow figures as well as some apparitions. Now, the reason this stands out to me is if you go up to this conference room, it looks very unsuspecting, not like you would, think anything paranormal would happen up here. Throughout the rest of the building, there's reports of bumps, bangs, things being kind of tossed at people, which is always interesting.
So other hauntings that are said to happen here is lights supposedly will flicker on and off on their own. There was a news broadcast where they had the owner of the restaurant and brewery on it talking about his experience. And he told a story. There was one night after the building closed down, at about 5 o'clock in the morning, he gets a phone call from his office inside the building to his cell phone while he was at home. And there was nobody in the building at the time because it was 5 o'clock in the morning. His office has locks on it that only he has a key to since he's the owner. There's literally no way anybody could have been in that room making a phone call, but there he got one.
Good. Red light means recording.
Yep. Marco! We got a Polo. Hello! So moving into our first patrol, we start with the tried and true tactic of Marco Polo. The reason we do this is we don't have the luxury of time at these locations, so we need to find out where the activity is going to be for the night.
To do a Marco Polo session, we use different types of spirit boxes that we carry around with us to try to get spirit contact through. For those of you that have never used a spirit box before, it is an AM/FM radio that has been modified to sweep up and down the AM bandwidth continuously, making tons and tons of noise. And every time you hear that sound, that's the radio skipping over a radio station. So when we start getting responses, that is talking over 10 to 20 radio stations on average. In some cases, if you get a full sentence, 40 to 50. That's physically not possible with how fast that thing is moving up and down. We've gotten all sorts of phrases that you wouldn't hear on general radio and AM/FM radio, like swear words, cuss words, our names. And as you're gonna find out a little bit later tonight, things even more questionable than that.
Marco! Do you have anything you want to tell us?
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo? Well, where are you at? You want to tell us?
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo? Well, where are you at? I'll tell you what, if I'm getting closer to you, I want you to tell me, okay? You know how to play hot and cold?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Am I getting warmer?
No.
Warmer.
Okay.
Okay. Are you over here at the bar? I'll tell you what, we're gonna be here for the rest of the night, so I definitely want to get to know you.
Can I?
Can you tell me where I'm at right now? No.
You just said mother. The clear as day, like mother.
Pause this for a minute while I fill him in on what we've got. So we got a peekaboo, and then it asked if, said this was noisy, and I said if I can turn it off if you ask nicely, and it said mother. So we're off to
It didn't like us Audacity, man.
No. Marco!
Of all the different stories and legends that we heard, the most popular and well-known is the story of the little girl named Claire. So the story goes that Clara and her family were purchasing tickets on the first floor to ride the trains. And then they started descending the back staircase to go up to the train platform on the second floor to catch their train. For whatever reason, the father is stopping on the staircase and with his luggage is turning around to check on the girl, somehow knocks into her, she falls down the stairs and dies. Since that happened, many employees throughout the years that have worked in this building have reported hearing footsteps on the staircase, have reportedly seen a little girl on the staircase, have heard child voices, have heard giggling. There's a lot of activity that is said to happen in this small space right here.
Is there anybody on the steps with me?
Yes.
Me.
Hey Claire, if you're here, how old are you?
12. 12. That was clear.
That was clear. All right, well thank you very much for telling us. Can you tell us what your favorite toy is or what you like to play with?
A pen?
Couldn't make it out.
Well, Claire, I have One of my favorite toys right here. This ball lights up and it'll make all kinds of colors if you move it.
And if you can't move it, can you tell us what colors you see? Claire, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Can you do us one more favor? Can you please say your name loud and clear so we can hear you? That was a really quiet kid's voice right there. Mm-hmm. Is Claire your real name? Kid.
So on the stairway, guys, during our first patrol, mind you, we're doing the spirit box session with Marco Polo, and we are getting answers after answers. They're coming quick and they're clear. Usually when you use the spirit box, you get a lot of answers and you're like, I could have said that, and you have to go back and review it. And half the time I have to make fun of myself for what I think it says versus what it actually says. But these answers were crystal clear.
Whenever we do a paranormal investigation, there's three things that we're trying to achieve. We're trying to find out if there's something there. If so, what is it and why is it there? So one of the questions I always ask when we start getting responses through spirit boxes is, is the name that is known for you throughout history, is Claire your actual name? Because no one really knows. There's no documentation to prove that this event actually happened. It's just been urban legend. And we end up getting a pretty clear response to that question. So now we've confirmed if this actually is a spirit voice coming through this box, now we know how old she is and we know that her name actually is Claire. So that's pretty sweet that with this device we were able to confirm two pieces to this urban legend. Claire, do you choose to be here? I don't think so. I think it's I don't think so. I think it's I don't think so. I think it's
Do you hear that? Not from that. I thought I heard a female back there. While we're on the staircase, I hear something over in the kitchen. So myself, Scott, and Tommy go over to the kitchen. We're investigating, trying to see if anything's out of place. And we hear, guys, one of the loudest bangs I've heard on one of these investigations. I'm talking like...
Did you guys hear that?
It sounded like a door.
That came from back this way, right?
No, that came from like over there.
All right, shit. Hello?
Like someone tried to open a door.
We look at each other, trying to get confirmation, like, did you hear that? I heard that. So we go on an adventure. We are looking around this building, trying to look for anything that's out of place.
Tommy's running out and checking the doors to the building. I'm running around the second floor. Rex is running around the first floor. And we all meet back into the bar area right outside the barber shop, which we were using as our base of operations. And we realized that this was the only part of the building where we didn't have any coverage with cameras. So because we don't know where the source of this noise is, we set up a camera right here covering the entire bar area, shooting into the dining area. All right, let's go back towards the stairway because we were getting stuff and there seems to be noises going on.
Do we want to go up to the second floor, up those stairs?
Yeah.
For Patrol 2, we decided to take Boo Buddy over to the stairs where Claire was reported, to have passed away at.
All right, Claire, we're back and we brought a buddy, a Boo Buddy.
Hi, I'm Boo Buddy. What's your name?
Now the cool thing is about Boo Buddy is he can pick up temperature. He can also tell if you touch him. And he will also giggle and laugh and ask you questions. So if you want to play with Boo Buddy, go ahead and tickle him. Touch his arm, touch his leg, and see if you can make him laugh.
Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Get your Boo Bear on the floor. Gonna get up, get down. Gonna get up, get down.
Did it get warmer in here?
Oh, I scared her away. I would have thought the dancing would have worked to get some fun interactions because that's what happened at the Hotel Conneaut when we started doing the fat guy dancing on the staircase. The little girl ghost was all about that one. She even took my hand and was dancing with me. This time, no, she pieced out of there like she was my prom date. It's like, Jesus, here we go again.
I'm gonna be fair with you. I probably would have ran away too.
You've got my camera, don't go running.
Listen, I'm big. I ain't running very far anyway.
Can you tell me what 2 plus 2 is? Did you make it warm in here?
Use temperature now to mess with us?
Warm usually means it's moving away.
Is there somebody upstairs?
All right, let's head upstairs. Stand still.
Get colder, like back there, like right at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Let me walk through here.
Ooh, Rex, I thought it said.
You saying my name? Help me with.
That was cool. Help you with what?
Are you at the train station? What kind of spirit says that? Boy, you're annoying? You know, I was taken aback, offended. Cut deep, spirit box.
Your voice.
The train station?
This is the clearest I've ever heard this box.
Ooh, chilly.
Go back down. Go back down.
Something about the box.
You hear that difference? Every time I go up, it's staticky.
Yeah.
Who needs help?
Under you?
I'm afraid to move. It seems like right here is where we're getting the responses.
Yeah.
We're the police. Who needs help?
How many police?
I thought it said how many and then something else.
It sounded like it said how many police? How many?
There are 3 officers here. Someone call the police?
Sheriff.
Sure. Grant, do you work here?
Operate.
Are you an operator? Are you lonely?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Grant, we're here to hang out with you.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about? We'll talk about whatever you want.
Sound.
Down.
Down.
Holy shit.
What?
I thought I'd just seen something moving on the steps. Like, not down there.
Right
Those
here?
2. Yeah.
Where at?
I got goosebumps
It was
now.
translucent. Whatever it was.
We don't have a camera on it either.
Scott? Another thing that stuck out to me during the spirit box session is we believe we caught a voice, and we didn't even recognize this till we were reviewing, but we believe the box says I'm naked. I'm gonna play this for you right now, and I want you to really hold on to that bit of information.
Hey there.
Scott? Scott?
That's my name. Who called for me?
That said you, pussy.
Are you calling me a pussy? Listen, wad, come on out here if you think I'm a pussy. Nothing.
Nothing.
So after we finished doing the spirit box stuff at the top of the stairs, we walked around the rest of the second floor and we weren't getting any responses. We went down to the first floor, we weren't getting any responses. So far it seems like all the activity that we're having is occurring on this back staircase where Claire supposedly haunts. So we decided to break out our new laser tripwire that we had built by Austin Maynard, who also built our big spirit box. Austin does a lot of the different spirit box designs for Nick Groff, for his show Deathwalker. He has a very good reputation for building high quality products. So of course we are very excited to go out and actually try this and see what we can get.
One of my new favorite tools that we're using is a laser grid tripwire. So a laser goes out, and if anything breaks that bright green light, a loud alarm sound. The reason this is cool is we could be at the other side of the building, and if this thing goes off, we're gonna hear it.
Okay, so we've got 2 motion sensors right now. We've got the music box on this one, and then we have the other good motion sensor about halfway up the stairs. Hopefully it'll be loud enough for this camera to hear it. So after we set up the motion sensors, the 3 of us decide to go back to the barbershop and take a break. And then as we're in there, you can, on the static camera outside the shop, you can hear the 3 of us talking, and then something interesting happens. So this jump starts our third patrol of the night, because now, once again, we're hearing this really loud noise. We are convinced there's somebody else in this building. We're not even convinced at this point it's paranormal. We literally think someone somehow got in here. All right, we are hearing loud bangs. Now that I got this thing going, I'm running.
All right. That was loud as fuck. That was like right, like someone like hit the door.
Heard a really, really loud bang.
Scott goes upstairs, me and Tommy fan out on the first floor, and we are hunting. Whatever's making this noise, we're gonna find it.
I'm going room to room like a freaking SWAT team member. I've got like a flashlight like this, and I've got my camera up like it's a gun, and I'm checking everything. And then we got Rex and Tommy are running around on the first floor. And once again, we find nothing.
On the second floor where Scott went, there's a doorway that leads out to the train platform. Now, from earlier in the story, this is where Claire and her family were actually headed. The reason Scott goes up here is he wants to make sure nobody's out on the train platform. There's no tomfoolery going on up there.
Scott upstairs.
Rex and Tommy coming up.
All right, I'm coming out of the, I literally don't see anything out of place.
So that sounded like, you know, that door we were using to go outside to smoke?
Yeah.
It sounded like that door slammed because it shuts really loud.
So I just checked outside. Just check that door.
Yeah.
Nothing. It looks like nothing's out of place.
Over here, watch out. Shut that door, like just pull the door shut. That was the sound. That was exactly what the sound sounded like, did it not?
Now, mind you, this isn't some light door that'll flap in the wind or, you know, a gust of wind could open. It takes a lot of force to move that door, so whatever is up here, it's strong.
Tommy then gets the idea of, you know what, could not only the door that leads to that hallway open up, but could the outer door that leads to the platform also be opening? Could anybody get those doors open and sneak in from the outside? So we're like, okay, that's a great point. Someone possibly could sneak over there. So we start going back towards that door, and as soon as Rex opens it, and I'm walking through the threshold right behind him, we hear something that changes the entire course of the night.
Honestly, the creepiest hall here.
Yep. It's also the most well lit.
There's a beeping noise.
Dude, there's a beeping noise. The motion sensor.
Yeah. Yeah, right below me.
Motion sensor going off.
Cord's on the ground.
I'm coming. Who's here?
We get to the alarm and it has been set. Like something went through this, made it go off. We're staring at this thing, trying to, you know, process, hey, did the batteries die? Scott flips it back on. Sure enough, the batteries are not dead. Something 100% set this off.
Do you have an EP recorder?
Yeah.
Start running it now.
I thought it was a fucking alarm. I was like, oh shit, we just set off an alarm.
Tommy made a good point though. We were talking about going outside and it sounded like that door closed. What were we just about to do when this tripped?
Yep.
I was literally reaching for the door.
So if that's the case, something doesn't want us outside.
Yeah. Rex, Scott, Tommy, top of the stairwell.
Here, hand me that.
Brew
Just do it like
Erie.
a GoPro.
Careful.
Is there anybody on the staircase with us?
As I'm standing there on the landing and I'm looking around and my heart is racing, not just because I'm a fat guy out of shape, but now like things are really happening, things are exciting. So we pull out a recorder and we start doing an EVP session, trying to see if we can get a spirit voice to come out and talk to us. And then downstairs, we start hearing noises. Upstairs, we start hearing noises. But the frustrating thing about that is because the kitchen is right below here, there's so much noise coming from the different machines inside the kitchen that it drowns out most of the sound that would be coming to these static cameras. So unless it was incredibly loud like that bang we got before, unfortunately these cameras didn't pick up what we were hearing.
Yeah, man. That was like a yell.
Rex, Scott, Tommy, top of the stairwell.
There's a voice there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top of the stairwell.
Yeah.
All right, stop it. Keep doing another EVP session.
Who was talking just now? Is Grant here? Did somebody get hurt on these steps?
Yep.
Stopping EVP. I think that was just us talking.
You guys are more welcome to come up and talk to us.
That's a good evening peek I stole on that first one. Didn't even listen to the whole thing.
Yep. Once again, the activity seems to be centered on the staircase. Now, could this be something trying to lure us away from the door from going out on the platform? Abso-freaking-lutely. But when you combine it with all the other hits that we've been getting to the spirit box and the cat ball and everything else on the staircase, we decided at this point it's time to bring out the big guns and do an Estes method. For those of you that have never done an Estes method before, this has become a tried and true, one of my favorite techniques that we ever do. So you take a spirit box and you have someone designated as the receiver. That person sits in a chair much like I am. They put on noise canceling headphones so they can't hear anything around them, and they put on a blindfold so they can't see anything around them. Meanwhile, everybody else is standing around asking questions that you aren't aware of as the receiver because you can't hear it, and they are hoping you're going to get the answer through the spirit box and be able to tell them. Look at you, little girl's voice, that was clear. Look at you. Private.
Do you hear that, Tommy?
No, that's a train.
That's not a fucking train.
Let's begin.
Okay. I'll stay here.
Sorry you heard that.
Oh,
Get out.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
I'm sorry. That was a little girl's voice, the other two were male.
Okay, why are you sorry?
Top of the stairs.
Yeah, I know.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, he did hear it.
Look up there.
He's trying to.
Private.
Where?
What's going on back here?
I don't want to trade anymore.
You don't want to trade anymore? What are you trading?
Damaged kid.
Damaged kid? It's kind of messed up.
Absolutely.
Ooh, it's cold.
Yeah,
Fuck over
I
here.
agree.
I'm upstairs.
Yeah, I know. My buddy.
Stop trying to take me out of here.
We're not. We're actually just trying to talk to you.
Oh, I'm right behind you.
Oh, you.
Ooh. Were you following me down the hall? The air is like
You'll have to come find out.
the air is like electric down there.
Yeah, it's electric over here. My hair's
I'm right there.
Where at?
Stop it.
I don't want to.
We're trying to find you. We just want to
You.
talk.
What do you want? I'm downstairs.
Okay, so you're behind me then.
He went down,
He did?
and that was a woman's voice.
Is that why my hair is standing up?
145?
I mean, that's...
I think it said 145. I'm not entirely sure.
That's how much charges on this thing.
145?
Yeah, 14
You
hours,
read-
51 minutes.
You reading the camera?
You're welcome to read here. I'll make it easier to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's cool, isn't it? Do you have this back in your time?
She left me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That sucks, brother.
Dude, I get it.
What makes you think? Lori, downstairs. Come look. Send help.
I don't see anyone.
It's tiny. Bet you can't find me.
We were trying to.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm hiding.
Well, okay. Why are you hiding from us?
Back's starting to hurt. I gotta adjust here. Oh, that's better. Stop. Press stop.
But I don't know how to stop it. Sorry.
You set that off? There's no way that this is already dead.
Oh, really? He liked it.
Yeah, no, that was actually really cool. You set it off, but then
He's
really
what?
it killed the battery.
It's dead again. There ain't no way that is a brand new 9-volt, dude.
Let's not.
Yeah, I noticed. Did you not like the noise? That way you killed the battery?
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
He's dead. He left me.
Ooh.
Is that why he's dead?
Wow, that was weird. Like a choral of women going, he did. Like singing all together. That was weird.
Oh, no!
Like that was cool, weird, but it was weird.
My man
He
goofed.
did.
My man goofed.
Yeah, you done the wrong woman.
What's downstairs?
The angels.
That is creepy as
All right, so I grew up in a Christian household, actually Catholic household, to be honest with you. And usually, when you mention angels, it's usually a good thing. You feel a little more at ease. Yeah, no. When he started mentioning angels, and then he said they're all black, and then they're floating in the kitchen behind me. I'm like, oh, that's great. You know, my back's facing a bunch of angels behind me. That's a reassuring, great feeling, you know. Really didn't make my heart beat fast at all, no.
Hey, Rich, we're trade spots?
What do the angels look like?
Black. In the middle of the downstairs, I'm waiting.
What do we
Horny.
That was pretty funny.
He said horny.
Oh.
I might be able to.
Another big thing here, guys, is what happens next is a permanent blemish on my permanent record.
So we've done a lot of these Estes sessions before, and I can tell you that none of them are anything like what's about to happen. Let's be alone.
Gus, I feel like I shouldn't be.
Rock my world.
Damn.
What color hair you got?
Reach down.
Okay.
Tug. Wait. Let's not.
And that's when it happened. And down the stairs, I see Tommy laughing. And that's when my internal monologue realized that I just pulled a ghost dick.
God! Like a really disgusted voice. God!
You just touched the ghost dick.
Let's talk about Estes's. Didn't believe that stuff for the life of me. Seance, Estes, whatever witchcraft you try to mention in that kind of mumbo jumbo stuff. Never once cared about that kind of thing until, you know, I started hanging out with Rex. Here I am, sitting down, best friend sitting on top of the stairs right now. And one thing led to the other. And next thing I know, my friend's giving a handy to a ghost. Damn, I laughed right at the end of that.
It's fine. Did I just touch a ghost dick?
Tighten it. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think we're done with that. I'm sorry, but you're a bit perverse, bud.
Penis.
You touched
That was a woman's voice.
You touched a ghost dick, dude.
Oh.
You just gave him a
I don't know what the questions you guys are asking, but this is weird.
I'm not asking you, you just started.
Now I want you guys to remember, I can't hear what Rex and Tommy are saying. I can't see Rex or Tommy. I have no idea what the hell they're saying. But I'm also not stupid. And when I start getting the word horny several times, and I start getting the word penis, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's happening. But what I didn't expect was Rex to take one for the team.
You just got used and put up dry, too. And then shamed.
I want real company.
What do you mean? That's insulting. I'm talking to you right now.
My name's Nick.
Nice to meet you, Nick. Were you the one Rex touched your penis of?
I need more of that.
There's no way. I'm sorry. Nick, you're a hoot, though. This is hilarious.
Well, I'm getting ready to pull Scott out. Is there anything you want to tell us before we do?
I'll be back. Oh my God, what the hell were you guys asking?
We weren't asking.
No, we weren't asking. It was telling Rex what to do. Rex did it. And then Nick decided to tell us how horny he was.
I heard horny like 3 times.
Yeah, he's like horny. And then he said something and like put your hand out. Like this.
And he said grasp it, and they said tug. So Rex tugged, and then he was told stop. And he did.
Well, so much for PG-13.
My closing thoughts for Brewerie Erie, guys, is this location surprised me over and over again. It didn't disappoint at any part throughout the night. There's been very few locations that have made my fat self run across a building to see what's going on. Another thing that's going to stick with me is what happened on those stairs. I'm still getting ribbed to this day about it, and I don't think I'm ever going to live it down, but that's okay. That's a once-in-a-lifetime encounter with a ghost, and you know what? I'm going to wear it like a badge of honor. Come at me, internet. Flay me on your stick. Probably shouldn't have done that motion.
When you look at the 3 things that we're trying to do when we do a paranormal investigation, the first one is, can we prove that there's something here? I think, based on what we got tonight, that we were able to conclusively prove that. The second thing that we try to do is, if there is something here, what is it? We got Claire to confirm her name, we got Claire to confirm how old she is, and we got the names Grant and Nick in different spots throughout the building. The third thing is, why are they here? Unfortunately, the only thing I can tell you for sure is Grant upstairs confirmed that he is lonely. That's the only information that I have to give you any kind of explanation as to why something is here. So unfortunately, our work at the brewery is not done. We're probably gonna have to come back here at some point and do a follow-up investigation. But I can tell you, as far as locations go, this one is probably the biggest surprise that we've had. I had a blast being here, and I can't wait to come back again and finish the story.
Guys, as always, thanks for checking us out. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I love you.